Hi, welcome back. It's Peter Chow again. We have been talking about rental agreements. So today we're going to be continue on with that topic. The topic that we're going to be talking about specifically today is about AB 1482, AB 1482. Now this is a brand new law for the state of California. Um, Up until recently, rent control has been the the matter of for local jurisdiction. Like the city of LA has its own rent control, Santa Monica has its own, San Francisco has its own, but not statewide. So for the very first time, the state of California passed this state rent control law last year, and that law becomes effective January 1st, 2020, just a few days ago. So what is AB 1482 all about? Is AKA California state rent control, but actually it's a lot more than rent control. What it regulates is a lot more than rent. Okay, like at its basics, the law controls rent, tells landlord that they cannot increase the rent for more than 5% per year, plus the inflation. Okay, the cost of living adjustment, right, which has been around 2.5%. Okay, so going by those two numbers, you have your 5 plus 2.5 is about 7.5, right? But what if you have let's say next year inflation start going up quite a bit. Let's say it's 7%. So now you have 12, right? 5 plus 7. But the state law says under rent control under 1480 AB 1482, it says that no, you can only go up to 10%. So 5 plus whatever inflation, but no more than 10. Okay, 10 is the maximum. The next question we need to ask is, well, what type of property does it cover? Well, it covers any apartment buildings. Now, very important, it's multi-unit buildings, right? That are older than 15 years. So anything less than 15 years will not be part of rent control. Okay. Now remember though, they're not part of the state rent control. The local rent control might cover that. Okay. So so the state rent control and your local rent control can be at the same time concurrently. Okay. So under AB 1482, any apartment complexes, they call multi-unit properties, that are over 15 years will be subject to this new law. Your single-family residence, condos, are exempt from that. However, if the landlord who owns those single-family homes or condominium, if he or she owns more than 10 units, now because his status now, he's considered professional, so all his or her property will also be subject under the AB 1482. Right? Even though the single family residence, what we call SFR, is generally exempt from the 1482. Another major thing that we need to know about 1482 is that, as you recall, when we talk about the so-called fixed term lease, those are the leases with end date. For example, you're renting an apartment complex, you're renting an apartment house, from, let's say, starting from January 1st, 2020 to December 1st, 20 December 31st, 2020, right? 1 year lease with an end date. Those are called fixed term lease, as you recall. Under the Without AB 1482, the landlord does not need to give you notice. You're supposed to vacate out of the property when the lease ends. But under 1482, if the landlord doesn't want to renew your lease at the end of your fixed term lease, he will now have to give you what they call a just cause. There's got to be justification now why he does not want to renew your lease. Now, when you think about it, that makes sense too, right? If they let the landlord get around that, simply just move you out at the end of the lease, and then release it for more money, right? That would be a way for the landlord to circumvent the AB 1482. So in order to avoid that, 1482 says that no, landlord, you cannot just not renewing someone's lease. You have to give a just cause, a reason, a good reason. Okay. Usually that will mean that the landlord taking the property back for himself or for some kind, someone like an immediate family member. Okay, it's very limited, very limited. Now this is still pretty new, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of litigation um, um, on this subject. Okay. Oh, another thing, final point about AB 1482 is that um, we saw this happen a lot a few years ago when the real estate market was really hot. Landlords were converting apartment buildings into condominiums, right? To sell them to make more money. Under AB 1482, it says that if the landlord were to do that, the landlord must now pay the tenant what they call relocation fee. Okay, how much is relocation fee? This is going to be yet to be determined. Okay, um, so it's really important that relocation fee can be quite a bit, right? The whole idea about this is to discourage landlord from doing that, to make it even worth it. Okay. Um, Now another point I want to make too is that your local rent control, the AB 1482 does not replace your local rent control. For example, if your building is in the city of Los Angeles, certain type of property is under the what they call Los Angeles Rent Stabilization Act. Okay, those usually cover properties that are built before 1978. Okay, um, so that is still in effect. Okay, so now remember, under LA Rent Control Stabilization Act is anything older than 1978, right? And the AB 1482 is anything older than 15 years. So going by today's date, which will be 2005, so anything between 1979 and 2005, without AB 1485, AB AB will be covered under the AB 1482. So these are the major points for AB 1482. I hope it gives you a basic understanding of what this statute is all about. Again, this is not meant to replace advice from an attorney. It's really important that you seek counsel from from a competent attorney on this matter. Again, if you like what I talked about, subscribe. Subscription is free. Give us a like to show support. Most importantly, comment. Leave a comment. Um, Only with that, we know what you really that we can hear from you to can improve our series. Okay, so leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.